welcome to the first video of 2022. Yay! This week's video is going to be something that I'm hoping to do a little bit more of, and that is I'm going to do two of our favourite traditional Irish dinners as well as a traditional Irish dessert. Anyone who has ever tasted it, it's bread and butter pudding. And I know it sounds strange, okay? It does. The first time I made this was when I was in 6th class in primary school. My old teacher, Mrs. O'Donoghue, used to love doing home economics with us. I can't remember if it was a Thursday she used to do home ec with us. But one of the desserts that stuck with me was bread and butter pudding, because it's simple things thrown together to make this beautiful dessert. And it's a traditional Irish dessert. Because when I was doing my research and I was updating my, I keep a notebook full of the recipes that I've tried or I want to try or my favourites, and I have a whole section of Irish traditional recipes that I want to do a lot more of. Now, anyone who has watched one of my previous videos will know I do not eat potatoes. I hate them. I can't stand them. Will only eat them out of courtesy, because they've made something for me, and especially if I'm starving, I will eat as much as I can. Now, homegrown baby potatoes that my grandfather would sow, for some reason I will eat. I have ate them numerous times when I've gone out there. I've not been out there for a while now. I think I'm taking this self-isolation thing a little bit too far. But pretty much I would eat them when I would go out there. And I was made baby potatoes before, the microwave baby potatoes before, and I ate a few of them. At the start it was just out of courtesy, because she had gone out of her way to make sure I had something to eat after a doctor's appointment I'd had. So she made sure that I had something to eat. And I ate them and I liked them. So now and again I will pick up baby potatoes, trying to make myself branch out a bit more in what I eat, because normally if I'm making a traditional Irish dinner, I don't eat it with them. Go figure, because there's potatoes in it. So over the years I have kind of come up with my own version of these recipes, so I don't have to eat the potato. One of the recipes I'm going to be doing, of course, is a traditional Irish shepherd's pie. I've made it before, and I never make enough mashed potatoes for the top of it to give it that nice little coating and everything. So the aim is to make sure I make enough mashed potato to make this shepherd's pie perfect. So I'll get to use my some of my new equipment that I bought, which was a Pyrex dish. I know, okay, small dreams, okay, but a Pyrex dish. And it's red, so it's very rustic, kind of old style. I'm embracing my style a little bit more. So for anyone who knows, I'm a major Jane Austen fan, Charlotte Bronte, Shakespeare. So what I've been doing is I've been embracing that side of me, and I've been trying to let myself go run wild with the way I like to dress and the way I like to feel about myself. And I'm not a big makeup person, so you would know that from videos, but I do like to wear eyeshadow, and I do have a favourite lipstick I would like to wear from sometimes. I'm a Marilyn Monroe fan as well, so yeah, it's like trying to find an easy middle between two of my favourite eras. So Marilyn Monroe, because she was a natural curvy bombshell and she was classed as one of the most beautiful women in the world. Okay, embrace your curves, my girls. Okay, embrace them. And then Jane Austen, because I love classical English romance and the fashion sense and everything. So I'm trying to find an easy middle. Since the simple black dress, I have gotten a simple black dress and I freaking love it. I wear ribbons in my hair now. I'm trying my best to embrace me and not to lose the person who I am. And I know all moms lose them. They lose themselves a little bit. But I am embracing that part of me, and I'm also going to be embracing my Irish roots as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot of traditional Irish cooking on the channel, as well as family vlogs and challenges and stuff that I like, and not because I'm following a trend. And there's a lot of challenges on YouTube, but some of them are not exactly as well, they're not for me. But one of the challenges I'm going to try is try and live like a Jane Austen character for a day, which is gonna be great fun. I'll just enjoy the fact of reading books while walking across moors. But yeah, I rambled off, but that's because this is the first video of 2022 and I wanted to tell you guys where we were heading with the channel this year. I am also going to be embracing the creative side of me, and that is, of course, I have ordered a lot of material in order to make myself a new quilt. It's an Austen kind of era style quilt. So I've ordered a lot of material to make that. I've been fixing up my sewing machine, making sure the needles are fine and the whole lot on it. This is just a simple tabletop sewing machine. I will be getting a new one, but that is when I do my room makeover kind of thing. A lot of stuff's going to be happening this year, guys, as well as this is the first time it's been mentioned, and I just want to say it because I know she watches every single video every single week. So I want to make a big, massive announcement that my sister Louise and Shauna's other mommy will be getting married this year. They have set their date. They have booked their venue. They have everything booked. So I just want to say congratulations. And I cannot wait for the big day. And I'm just going to throw balloons up in the air for you because I'm so happy for you. Now that is enough of this. Let's get on to the first recipe, which is a traditional Irish stew. It is not made with beef and Guinness like everybody thinks. The first traditional Irish stew was made with lamb chops. So I found the original recipe that was used for traditional stews before Guinness, and the lamb chops were, replaced with beef, because I normally do it with stewing beef. But yeah, we're going to be making it with lamb chops. So yeah, let's move on to the first recipe of this week. So guys, we're starting off, of course, by prepping all of the veg that I'm going to be using in this traditional Irish stew. I did point out, of course, like with the lamb chops and stuff like that, that I normally cook with them, but I don't normally cook a stew with lamb chops. It's just I wanted to follow the traditional Irish stew recipe that I did find, so that we could keep some, traditionalism in this recipe. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this. And I will have the little lady do a little review at the end of it for you, so you can see exactly how nice it's going to taste, or if I screwed it up, pretty much. Okay, so enjoy. just wanted to pop in. One of the things you will see me use a lot of, even though it's very old at the moment, is this silver knife. This knife has actually been in our house for a very long time. This was the knife that my mum used to use to peel potatoes with and to dice up everything with. I think with a good sharpen, it could still be used for a long time to come. But it is one of the reasons that I did actually keep it, and why when I do traditional Irish cooking, I do always use this knife, because you know it has a bit of history with it. It was my mum's, and I don't think I would ever let it out of my sight. If it was to go missing, I probably would wreck the house looking for it. But that's why you will see this knife a lot in my videos, because my mum used it and she always used it when she was doing her veg, and that's what I do now as well. Okay, so what we have here is we have the lamb chops. They're not on the bone because the bone has been removed. We buy a bulk order of chops, burgers, steaks, and all this from a supplier once a year. So we have enough like red meat and stuff like that, and whatever this is. It looks like lamb chops, but I'm thinking it might be something else. But this is what I normally would put into when I'm doing the traditional stew. I do put the chops into it. These are fresh because I had to kind of wash them because they were so bloody. Sorry. But yeah, no, I have the chops ready, the prepared potatoes, and I replaced onion with parsnip, and that's carrots peeled and sliced, parsnips peeled and sliced, potatoes peeled and sliced. All I need now is to fry these, so it's just to seal them. I have to fry these in olive oil, and then I add the whole lot into a lamb stock. Now I do normally use stock cubes, but I will make my own lamb stock, hopefully. If not, it will be the traditional stock that I use. And yeah, we're going to slow simmer this for a couple of hours, and then I will be making the dumplings to go with it, because it's not stew without dumplings, guys, is it? It's not stew without dumplings. So let's get started and start preparing all of this to cook. Okay, so I have sealed off the meat, move that out of the way. I've sealed off the meat, we have the veg here. I'm just preheating the stock I made previously. I will do a video where I'll show you all the stock recipes and that I've used. But I'm just going to go back over my recipe here. Alright, so we have the lamb chops, we have the carrots peeled, potatoes peeled, I put parsnip into it. I thought this one had onion, but I mustn't have written the onion down, so that's grand. So we fried it in olive oil. I just have to grab thyme, thyme. I don't have any fresh thyme, but like I said, like I'm just working with what we have in the house, and because we do buy a year's supply of meat, that's why we have the chops and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my stock. Right, and here we are. For anyone else, this is a microwavable jug, and it's a staple. I have to use this all the time. It's one of those nice little finds that you get in Aldi. Okay, so first, badong. Right, so put the ingredients in first. Okay. I've never had to explain what I'm doing before, so I just normally just do it, but I wanted to kind of explain it. So I'm adding the sealed off chops. Ugh. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I'm going to add the stock to it first because I'm not a big kind of like meat person. I think the only thing I've really had that I enjoy is chicken, turkey. I do eat stew, but I like a chicken stew. I've made a chicken stew before, and it was nicer than I thought it was going to be. So good. And I'm going to pour in my veg, and then the sponge. Okay, I'm just going to grab an extra bit of stock just to add on just the last bit of it. I'm going to pour it over. Now, I'm just going to make sure that everything is covered. So, we go. Now for seasoning. Okay, so we have, this is the dried thyme, and as you can tell, I need to replace a lot of them. They've been there for so long. Okay. Oh, this one's good till 2024, so yeah. But like, I'm gonna add a bit of thyme, salt and pepper. Okay, there's that. Salt. I normally use pink Himalayan salt, but I'm out at the moment, and it's gonna be another few days before I get out to do a grocery shop. So I am going with what we have on stock. Always have salt, always have salt. Okay. And just give that a nice big stir. Now. And normally I would top it off with some hot water back. I always have the kettles on standby for topping off and things like that. That jug comes in handy. It will get used like 3 times for the one recipe. I love it so much. Now, that is, like I'm happy with that. If it needs like a little bit of extra flavour, I would throw a pack of Knorr oxtail soup into it to give it an extra bit of flavour. But this is the recipe I found, the traditional Irish stew, minus an onion. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. Oh, and the steaks that were there with the lamb chops, I had to ring up the brother to find out. They're actually steaks. So, what did he say? What steaks were they? Alright, some sort of steak. So what I've done is I fried them off. I seasoned them with salt and pepper, and I'm gonna let them use them to make their lunches for work tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm gonna find the lid to this pot and pop it on the stove. Okay, so and onto the stove we go. Now I'll leave that to simmer for between an hour to an hour and a half, and hopefully the change to the traditional Irish stew will go down a treat.
God, I want to try it. It's traditional, different.
Oh my god.
Is it nicer?
The one I said is the one you did make.
Oh, that's rude, but okay. I'm glad you like it, because that's actually a traditional Irish stew.
Wait, what kind of meat is this?
It's lamb chops.
Lamb chops.
Okay?
Yeah, it's a good kind of hard because I'm so
Okay. So that's a thumbs up.
So first off, I'm going to pour some olive oil in, and to that I'm going to add the ground mincemeat off because I want to cook it all off before I add in the rest of the ingredients. To that I'll also be adding a clove of garlic, some tomato puree, Worcester sauce, some mixed herbs. I used parsley, thyme and rosemary, just because I like the smell of those herbs. I'll also add to that some finely chopped up carrots and some beef stock at the end, and combine it all together, and I'll cook it down, and then we will add it, of course, to the Pyrex dish to finish off the pie. So I didn't get to finish my video. I was meant to make a bread and butter pudding, but it is 6:30 a.m. Saturday morning. I have not slept. Sometimes in life things happen and they affect you more than you think they will. And I know a lot of people who follow me are going to know what I'm on about. The world is crazy. Like, a woman goes for a run and is murdered down a walk I used to do all the time by myself when I lived in that town. I would walk it early in the morning, I would walk it late in the evening. Sometimes if I couldn't sleep, I would walk it at 5 o'clock in the morning, or 4, depending on how sleep deprived I was. And this woman was attacked in broad daylight. I don't even know if they've caught the person. I've been trying to stay out of social media because it's scary. It's really scary. So I guess
the end of my video is literally going to be prayers being sent up to this poor girl and my thoughts being sent out to her poor family. And to anybody who knew her, or anybody who is taking this as badly as I think everybody is taking it. I hope you all stay safe, and I love you guys. I love everybody. Because I have sisters and aunts and cousins who live in this town. I'm genuinely scared for them. And yes, it is affecting my sleep, but it's also affecting everybody's sleep at the moment. And I don't know what else to say. But I'm sorry I didn't get to finish this week's video. But I hope you guys are all staying safe, and I shall see you guys all next week for another video. And I love you all so much, and thank you so much for your continued support on my channel. And I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday.